Hello, people of the internet. What's up? My name is Harper, and I welcome you on my channel. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. So let's get started. Hello everyone, what's up? Today we are playing a game called Do Not Take This Cat Home. So we are starting with the storyline over here. So let's begin. Oh great. Okay. Oh great. It's the first time in a while that you felt like going out. But in the middle of your walk, it starts to rain. Typical, but maybe this is a sign that you have just stayed home today. Yeah, you can always try again tomorrow, right? You turn to head home when... Huh? What was that? There are only a few people around on the street. Makes sense due to the increasing of missing persons around the area recently. Well, that and the weather. But none of them are reacting to sound at all. Curiously guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a dark, dingy alleyway. You timidly enter the alleyway and walk forward. The ground dampened by the rain makes your steps sound louder than you actually feel. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the cold, dim light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh, guess that should have been obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like a gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. It's actually so cute. So cute, and it definitely knows it. You've never had much of an opinion one way or another about cats before, but if they're all like this one, it's a shock they haven't already found a way to rule the world. You don't think you'd mind bowing down to a feline overlord. You look around the alleyway with a small frown. Who lives in cardboard boxes these days anyway? Wouldn't they just jump out and leave the box eventually? The cat does not answer you, obviously. It also does not do as you suggest and leave the box. It's just looking at you, as if waiting for you to make the next move. I am not taking this cat home. With a sigh, you take a decisive step back. As cute as the cat is, you really can't afford to be taking it apart on a whim. Rent's coming up soon and your job doesn't exactly leave you rolling in dough. You give your cat a sad nod. Sorry, good luck out here, okay? You turn around and leave the cat on the alley behind. Rain speaking up. Time to head home. Not a fool. Oh, so this was one of the endings, I suppose. We are going to play once more, and this time we'll see what will happen if we take the cat home. You're walking. This is different than last time, isn't it? Right, of course. It's the first time in a while that you feel like going out. And you're actually glad that you did. The weather is absolutely perfect today. That's a good sign, right? Maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. This is definitely different than last time. Last time it was raining, right? Um, okay, this is really strange. Okay, maybe your luck is finally starting to turn around. You're tentatively allowed to feel excited for the possibilities of where you could go and what you could feel. Maybe even who you could meet. You're so deep in thought that you almost miss it. Huh? What was that? Curiosity guiding your steps, you follow the sound to the entrance of a lonely alleyway. The sunlight only just manages to reach in between the tall buildings on either side. You timidly enter the alleyway and walk forward, the loose gravel and scattered debris on the ground softening your steps. Finally, the sound source comes into view in the warm, almost ethereal light of the alley. At the end of the alley, in a big cardboard box, is a cat. Huh? Guess what? Obvious. It's an interesting looking cat. Its pretty yellow eyes shine like gold among the dark sea of its black fur. It puts its front paws up on the edge of the box and looks up at you. This is so cute. You look so familiar. What is happening right now, right? Then again, it is a cat, not many different ways for a standard black cat to look after all. This one sure is a cutie though. Just look. It's not glaring at you or hissing at you for getting this close like other stray cats have in the past. It's just sitting there, patiently, waiting for you to do something. I am not taking the cat home again. Let's see what happens this time. Because, this is definitely a different one. Sadly, as cute as the cat is, you'd never take this thing home with you. What was that? You can't take it home with you. You're a responsible adult. You are with rent and bills to pay for, not to mention you need to buy food to survive too. No way you could care for a cat long term, right? You can barely afford this little outing on your day off. What to do? I am leaving the cat. Why is there so many options here? Actually, let's think about it for a minute. Leave the cat, feed the cat, play with the cat. On second thought and question marks. I'm going to save this. Because I'm feeling I won't want to return to this. And I'm going to do the question mark. You're not ready. What? You know what? I'm doing this again. You're not ready. Okay then. I am going to leave the cat. You don't think it's a good idea to get the cat's hope up of having someone look after it if you're not even willing to commit? What happens if it gets attached and somehow tracks you back down to your home? What was that? Let me down in the comments because I couldn't see what it was. So let's continue. Sorry, see you around, I guess. You stand up, the cat watching your every move. You make it halfway out of the alley when the cat meows almost pityingly at you. I'm going to ignore. Nope. need to nip this in the bud and get on with your day. It's what's best for the both of you. You leave the alley and continue on your way. Wait, what was I doing? In all the excitement of dealing with your furry dilemma, you've forgotten that you still hadn't decided on what you were going to do on your day off. Let's go watch a movie. That sounds safe. It's been a while since a film came out that looked interesting enough for you to drag yourself to a movie theater. But there's a showing of one such film at the World Theatre. The movie was a little too niche to be picked up the new cinema that opened right across the street. That's okay though, you're not exactly a fan of the crowds. And nothing ruins the experience of watching a new movie for you more than a noisy audience. We are going to the old theater because people are there, but then again, I have a feeling something will go wrong here. On second thought, no. Okay, we are going to the old theater. You eagerly buy a ticket from the kind old man in the booth and head inside. It's barren of any traces of other people and the decor looks like it hasn't changed since the 80s, maybe even the 70s. But it's what you were counting on. You consider buying some popcorn, but can't help but be concerned that everything at the concession stand may be expired. You move on and walk through the halls, finally locating the theater designed on your ticket stub. As expected, the theater your movie will be playing completely empty. Perfect. You pick a spot right in the middle, even counting the seats and taking into consideration the gap of the staircase. As you settle in, the dim lights fade away, leaving the room pitch black for a few seconds. Before the screen flickers on, no commercial or trailers popping up. The movie just begins. Please, you shrug and let yourself get immersed in the opening scene. But just as you're getting into the premise, the doors open behind you, momentarily casting light into the room and ruining the atmosphere. You hold in this frustrated sigh. It's a public establishment after all. The place can't exactly afford to stay open if you're the only customer. You try to refocus on the movie, but you sense the new present soul is shifting around the theater before heading in your general direction. You gap in disbelief as the stranger shuffles down the aisle only to sit right in front of you. There's no one else here and plenty of places to sit. The stranger is also unusually tall, even with the stadium-like arrangement of the seats being on a somewhat steep incline. They are completely blocking your view. I'm going to leave the theater. That seems like the most safest option, but still we'll save here in case we want to come back and return. We are going to leave the theater. Feeling uncomfortable, you decide to leave the theater. There's still enough time left in the day to do something else. Now what? We are going to the new cinema. You don't know why, but you don't really feel great about the idea of being alone right now. Deciding to wait for the movie you've been anticipating to be available on D&D or streaming, you join the long line outside the new cinema. By the time you've reached the ticket booth, you just want to get inside. So you pick a movie at random and take your ticket from the tired-looking teenager manning at the booth. The decor is chic and sleek, and the inside is bustling with people. It's not what you're usually into, but it's kind of nice not being alone. If you feel a little lonely, watch your family and group of friends laughing among themselves. Get some popcorn, but the lines at the concession stands are long and the prices are criminal anyway. Go to the halls and follow the signs created designated on your ticket before heading inside. Stare the side at the side of the absolutely crowded theater. Head towards the seat only to be told by the person next to you, let it say or something. This happens a few more times before you finally manage to get yourself seated into a seat, annoyingly off center to the screen. But the screen is at least visible, if not a little too close, so you grit your teeth and wear it. The lights fade out, but the chatter doesn't. The rest of the audience seems content to talk through the commercials and not even through the trailers. You figure the chatting will stop when the movie actually begins, but it even gets slightly quieter as the movie starts to play out. You shout out loudly, not inadequately, hail Letty. This is why you avoid movie theaters like the plague. What's happening? Um, Suddenly, the screen changes, showing the face of a black cat. Familiar black cat. Confused murmurs fill the room, but then the cat on the screen meows. The sound screams are not like any cat should sound, haunting, almost melodic, and layered as if multiple voices of different creatures that would probably never say, "This is hurting my ears." You're sitting confused and wondering why you haven't got up and left to complain to the cinema staff, but then you hear it. It's scattered and dissonant at first, but among the crowd, people start to chant along with the screen chat and oh my god. That's creepy. Soon the entire room is chanting in perfect unison, everyone staring intently at the cat on the screen. You feel strangely drawn to the screen yourself, but the compulsion to stare blankly like the others isn't that strong for now. Also, you start to notice out of the corner of your eye that some of the people in your immediate vicinity are looking at you. No, that's creepy. Their outright staring halts into you even as they continue chanting. Oh my god. Their scowls deepen as the time going on, as if they're getting impatient. I'm going to try to blend in with the crowd. Think fast, you look to the screen and begin to chant in tandem with the crowd. Nya, nya, nya. You feel the harshness of the collective grace start to ebb away, and the air in the theater becoming lighter once more. You breathe shakily, just releasing the adrenaline holding your breath earlier. You feel stuck. Surely you can't just leave now, not after whatever all that was. The people around you all seem fine now, but there's no telling if you get guilty for even moving too much. Never mind outright getting up and leaving. You decide to let this run its course. Hopefully someone will come along, right? Or at least turn off the film mode. You continue to chant along with everyone. You start to feel lightheaded. You feel as if you could sleep, but your eyes don't feel heavy in the slightest. You try to look around the others emotional still, but you can't seem to look away from the screen. You try again, but you lock into eye contact with the cat on screen. You attempt to physically force yourself early in a prisoner way. You steel your nerves, ready to throw yourself to the ground if you need to. But your body only gets as far as tensing up for a moment before completely losing itself again, making you lay back limply into your seat. You think you should be panicking right about now, but you're in a brain freeze level. Your thoughts a vaguely muted pastel pink, airy, seemingly sweet and loosely spun, like cotton candy. You like cotton candy. You think you should mind your thoughts and body being like cotton candy either. So why get up and bring them? It's nice here. You're more at peace than you ever felt in such a crowded room. Since I did, you never felt so alive and in tune with another person, let alone with an entire room full of complete strangers you're not alone. More like that. Deflating. The skin bunches up and wrinkles like fabric as if the muscles, the bones, have started to disintegrate. Their eyes dim before sinking into their sockets. Their mouths still attempting to chant, walls open over a cut-off, gaping as the word ends in an awful hiss, a final weak release of air. You musely thoughtfully about whether or not you should be distressed outside. But even then, the blanket of peace doesn't leave you. I'm going to sing here. Do I not think it's going to do anything? Suddenly, from the pile of skin and clothes next to you, you see a lump moving around. You watch in dazed fascination as the lump moves over to the part of the skin where the head used to be, and out from the mouth crawls a tiny black kitten. Only to be replaced with this faint million of kittens. Finally, your voice is the only one still chanting, still human, and alone. Again. You don't want that. You can't go back to that. Not again. Not again. Please. This time you go completely limp. The body feels light, but it may as well weigh several tons. I'm going to save again. This is scary. Because you realize quite suddenly that you can't move. You realize you can't shift your eyes to look around. You can't even breathe. But somehow, the sand continues to weakly creak from your mouth. A few kittens come forward and place themselves on chairs around you, watching your sinking body, mewling as they wait for their youngest to blow their mouths from you. Dozens of glowing eyes peer down at you, and as your eyes start to cave into the sockets of your self-made skull, you manage to make out the silhouette of a familiar cat, crouching on the seat right in front of you. Vision finally fades, and as the same hiss of air expands itself from your mouth, the last thing you sense is something small and alive shifting eagerly under your skin. Ending 18. Happy birthday. Well, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed and hope you enjoyed this, and this was an interesting, absolutely interesting game. I and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to see more endings to this game, please let me know down